Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure being here with you in this happy place. I saw it written in the wall as well. I see it in your smiles. This is exactly what I would like to state here. How important it is to feel part of a community that embraces you and motivates you in such a way to bring the best out of you. And when is it that we feel the most creative? It is exactly when we feel happy and the sense of belonging. This is exactly why the successful companies, they value their employees equally as much, if not more, than their actual customers. What was said also before today, and as we all experience, we have these multiple changes in this world with all these disruptions in our society, in our social life, with all this digital, social media and all that. AI, we are tired of listening, AI here, AI there. Sustainability challenges, how we address all these problems. It's not a nice word to use, but yes, there are problems there. And how we address this in a very impactful way so that we can find a place to position ourselves. This is why we're all here. This is why we invest time and money and energy to develop further and to develop further in a changing world. So change is the key. It has always been the key. Change is something that it will happen, inevitably. It does happen from a biological perspective. It does happen. We see all these changes in politics as well, that it creates this domino effect with inflation and then the job market and the way we do business. And of course, this affects also the entrepreneurship. So change, how we embrace change and develop resilience. There are ways, stress we cannot avoid, but there are also optimum levels of stress. This is why we are here, to give you stimulus. Educational systems are not, of course, the only micro world that you get stimulus. We have multiple sources, family, friendly circles, and so on, different cultural backgrounds. But one thing that it is that we have in common, that we all want to exchange knowledge, to exchange best practices for a personal, first of all, and then business development. Because what we have and what we have inherited from our ancestors is ways to be resilient, ways to this wisdom, this common wisdom, ways to be good, actually. To be good to ourselves, first of all, because if you have not received positive vibes, positive stimulus, it is not something that you know. So if you don't know something, you cannot give it. Finally, I would like to finish up with change that has to do with our identity change. We all are born and nobody knows what we are going to do. We are exploring ourselves. So we mentioned earlier the challenge to stay relevant, to find a way to engage with wherever we move. Unfortunately, we need to do it in a way that it's also profitable. because we need to make ends meet and provide for ourselves, families, and the broader society that we are a member of. So how we discover ourselves, it was mentioned earlier. It was mentioned also from the ancient philosophers in different cultures as well, but I will just mention one that was from Greece, that is my home country, and it was the famous saying, the most important thing in life is to know oneself. And this is, it sounds easy, but it's not. We have multiple layers, and every circumstance, every context releases another layer that we may or may not have. So the change of identity is something that we all want. Somebody wants to have a better status, somebody wants to have more money, somebody wants to have a better friend circle, a better wife, a better husband, this and that, a better car, whatever. But at the end of the day, we need to ask ourselves why we want this or that. Because if we have clarity there, then it is very, very easy, much more easy to avoid distractions, that we have plenty of distractions, and we will have more, to avoid distractions and to make the proper efficient strategies to know the how. So, know the whys, and then understand how these patterns functions, what it doesn't function, we recognize it, to be aware. It is very, very difficult. Once we are aware, then we understand the whys and we start implementing the hows. And finally, to close and to continue with our panel discussion, I would like to say that as Newton, the famous scientist from physics, once said, I would have not reached for anywhere, I would not reach anything if I would not be able to stand on the shoulders of others. And by this he means what collective knowledge we have inherited from all these enlightened personalities across the world. Thank you very much.